Most women will never get fit. And it's not because they're lazy. It's because they're following rules that were never designed for women living real lives anyway. Women are starving themselves, punishing themselves with workouts, and wondering why nothing ever changes. I know because I was one of them. I struggled for years, and those were some of the darkest points of my life. And then I lost 49 pounds without a gym membership, without 2-hour workouts, and without giving up everything I love. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why 98% of women stay stuck in their weight loss and fitness journey. And I'll give you the 3 simple science-backed changes that will finally get you to lose that stubborn belly fat you feel like you're stuck with forever. These are the same ones that changed my body and the bodies of hundreds of women I've coached. And if you want to lose belly fat even faster, I put my free guide to help you do exactly that. You can grab it in the description. Point number 1, women think they need to eat less when they actually need to eat more. Yes, I said it. Stop starving yourself, girl. Let's start with the one thing no one wants to admit. Most women are walking around exhausted, bloated, inflamed, and frustrated. Not because they're overeating, but because they're under-eating. I see this every single day. Women skipping breakfast, eating a tiny lunch, and then wondering why they're raiding the pantry at 9 p.m. every single night. Women trying to be good all day, only to end up feeling guilty, swollen, and just defeated. You can't punish your body into becoming fit, but that's exactly the approach most women take. Months ago, when I was struggling with my weight, I'd wake up already stressed. I'd grab a coffee, convince myself I wasn't hungry, and just rush into the day. By lunch, I still wasn't eating much, maybe just half a salad, maybe some crackers, and I thought I was doing everything right. I genuinely thought the less that I ate, the faster I would get fit. But here's what would happen every single night. Around 8 or 9 p.m., I'd be starving, not just a little hungry. I mean, starving. My body was screaming at me, and then I'd end up eating whatever was the easiest. Chips, ice cream, cookies, cupcakes, anything fast. And then the guilt would hit, and I'd think, why do I have no willpower? But willpower wasn't the issue. Biology was. My metabolism wasn't slow. It was just starving. My bloating wasn't random. It was a hormonal imbalance. My cravings weren't lack of discipline. They were survival instincts. My body didn't hate me. It was trying to keep me alive. Women don't realize this. Your metabolism is not trying to sabotage you, girl. It's just responding to what you give it. When I started actually eating enough, especially protein and fiber, that's when I actually started losing the weight. I wasn't bloated anymore. I actually had energy again. I wasn't binging at night. My body finally started letting go of fat. And this is the part that most women never learn. Fat loss is not created by eating less. It's created by eating enough of the right things. Once you fuel your metabolism properly, your body becomes predictable. But if eating less isn't the key, what is? Number 2, women chase motivation instead of building actual systems. If there is one belief that keeps women stuck for years, it's this: I'll start once I feel motivated. And I'm saying this out of love. Motivation is the most fragile, unreliable, disappearing emotion on this planet. I used to wait for motivation. I'd scroll on Instagram and think, okay, tomorrow I'll be that girl. Tomorrow I'll eat clean, drink water, hit my steps. Then tomorrow would show up and I'd feel tired or sore or stressed, or I just wouldn't feel like it. I thought something was wrong with me. I thought other women had something I just didn't. I thought fit women woke up excited to work out every single day. Wrong. Back when I was struggling, I remember getting a gym membership, signing up for fitness classes. I was so pumped. I even bought new workout clothes. I had my favorite playlist ready. I was so sure this was it. I was gonna be a whole new woman. Day 1, I was on fire. Day 2, I was still good. Day 3, a little harder. Day 4, I'm sore. Maybe I'll do it later. Day 5, life is crazy today. Maybe I'll try again on Monday. And just like that, it was over. Here's what I realized, and it hit me like a brick wall. Fit women aren't fit because they're more motivated. They're fit because they're more structured. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. Systems don't care about your mood. Systems don't just disappear, especially when you're tired. Systems don't fall apart when life gets stressful. A routine is a safety net, and if you don't have one, you always fall back into old habits. Once I stopped trying to feel motivated and instead focused on building systems that fit into my actual life, that's when I saw results. I created non-negotiable habits like my Focus 20 workouts, no matter how busy I was. A consistent eating schedule so I wasn't starving at night. A morning routine that didn't require discipline, just repetition. Simple meals I could throw together without overthinking. A daily step goal that I would hit even while I was working or just running late. The more consistent my systems became, the more motivated I felt, not the other way around. Women think motivation needs to be consistency, but it's actually consistency that creates the motivation, because nothing is more motivating than results, and nothing creates results faster than actual systems. So now that we've talked about fueling and consistency, what's the most powerful change to get the absolute best results? This one separates the woman who stays stuck from the woman who transform forever. Point number 3, we avoid discomfort, but expect transformation. This is where it gets uncomfortable for everyone. Women want change, but they don't want the discomfort that comes along with it. And that's not an insult, it's just human nature. We are wired to seek comfort. Comfort is safe. Comfort is predictable. Comfort requires nothing from us, but transformation requires everything from us. I'll talk about my own journey, and this completely changed the way I think. I remember doing a workout, and there was this point where my legs were burning, my lungs were tight, and everything in my body was saying, stop, it's too much. And I would typically quit every single time. Every time it got uncomfortable, I just backed off. Every time I pushed to the edge, I just stopped. And I'd wonder why nothing was changing. But one day I hit that same point. The point where my brain was yelling at me to stop. The point where I would always quit. And for the first time ever, I didn't stop. I pushed through the burn. I stayed in the discomfort. I held the plank. I kept going. And when I finished, I realized my body wasn't the thing that was holding me back. My mind was. And that's most women. They want the body, they want the results, they want the confidence. But the second it gets uncomfortable, they just stop. Discomfort is not punishment. It is the process. It's the price for admission for the body and life that you want. Once you learn to lean into that discomfort, not avoid it, your entire life changes. This happens to my clients all the time. Workouts become empowering instead of intimidating. Eating clean becomes easier because you're not negotiating with craving. Consistency becomes natural because you're not scared of effort. Progress speeds up because you're no longer stopping every time it gets hard. Discomfort is temporary. The results, those are permanent. So let me ask you this. If you stopped avoiding discomfort for just 30 days. How different would your body look? When you stack these 3 things, fueling correctly, building simple systems, and embracing discomfort, you stop trying to get fit and actually become the woman who is fit. You stop starting over. You stop losing progress. You stop feeling frustrated. Your metabolism actually stabilizes. Your cravings calm down. Your confidence builds. And your habits finally align with the body that you want. And remember, if you want to lose belly fat even faster, I put my free guide to help you do exactly that. You can grab it in the description, because you don't have to wait for the perfect time to start. You just need the right plan, and I promise you, you can do this. You are one decision away from becoming the best version of yourself. You've got this, and I'm rooting for you.